Since the turn of the century, Detroit's been unable to get a single win against Pittsburgh. The Lions look to bury the past. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Detroit Lions. Brandon Garden joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down. And that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Here's McLeod on the return. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. For Cam Newton, and the arm strength, maybe not what it was circa his MVP season of 2015, but he uncorks a big one there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And you get a look at the final. Out on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From the 27, Goff. And that is incomplete here.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 22.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in the block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Goff throwing complete for Swift, and they'll get this down to the 10. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. Goff on 3rd down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. The football will come out to the 25 as McCloud will not return it. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. 5-3 their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the 2nd half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Newton. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After one, our score, 9-3. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Here's Goff. That is caught. It's Williams. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Ray McCloud to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he will have a Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd inches. Newton now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll set up the screen to Ballage. And they'll get him down he's inside the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first down, Harris. And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
Yeah, they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
To throw is Newton. That's caught left side by Judy. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. Now Balaj. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Come on, let's go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now it's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right.
Defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
To throw again on second down. Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. Newton to throw. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Newton. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. And now it's 2nd down. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead becomes 4 now, 14-10. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing again on second down. Newton. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But now it's third and goal. Newton. Flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Cam Newton. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. Lamar Jackson, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Ryan Tannehill throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Carson Wentz with a touchdown pass there. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, by comparison, they've been the better of these two sides in the rushing department, as you see the numbers there. These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Nifty move. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. To throw is Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe, but not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
Thinking that might be a better way to go?
Instead of your kicker, yeah. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. They'll roll him out right. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards the pickup there from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 84 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and they go back to Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real... Nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
20.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. On second down, this is Harris. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a carry for Swift. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Goff on first down. Fells has it left side. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Second down at 4.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to the running game with Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Come on, boy.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Running is Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Lions on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 70 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Goff. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Newton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now Newton. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Julian Okwara in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me to that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Gone. Man open left side. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Goff now to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Goff throwing again. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Three down. Hey,
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Back to throw, Goff. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. McLeod now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Newton to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Fadi Adenabo there to make the tackle. Harris going to get it again on second down.
And some space here. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 15. 50 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Now Goff on first down.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. For him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Steelers, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.